We are here in Riverside Tesla, and we're here because we're going to be checking out the Model YL for the third time. I've done two other videos while I was in the Philippines, so if you haven't seen that video, that's when I actually first checked out the Model YL. Now there are some little differences with the US version, so we're going to go check it out once again. That's why we're here. Now the Model Y is the best-selling vehicle off and on, competing with the RAV4. And I've had 3 Model Ys, 2 of the previous gen. One of them was a 7-seater, and then one is a performance, and now I have a Model Y Juniper dual motor all-wheel drive premium. And I'm going to be using those ownership experience with what my impressions are with the Model YL. We also have a Cybertruck, we also have a Rivian R1S, and we came from a couple of minivans. Actually, in my lifetime, we've owned, I think, 5 minivans. So those are the things that we're going to be looking at today. All right, so I've been thinking about this, and this is, I think, my 4th time seeing it. We got Ruben over there, we got Andrew over there, but here's a couple of things, and it's probably unpopular opinion. But one of the things is these doors, what's great is supposedly they open wider, and it does seem like they do open wider. And this is great if you have kids, if you have car seats and all that, but how often are you going to find a parking spot where you're going to be having the room to open that door really wide? So this is where I argue and defend the whole falcon wing doors and sliding doors from minivans. So this is what it looks like when some of the seats are folded down. 2nd row and 3rd row, there is a little gap there, and I'm sure there's gonna be air mattress either sold from Tesla or third party. I'm just assuming because they have it for all the other vehicles. And there's also that huge gap right there, so air mattress is definitely needed if you want to lie down here. And so comparing this to the Model X, that curvature on that roof line is very similar. And from my understanding, this is about 3 inches longer than the Model X. Now this one is diamond black, and it's just the same color as the West Covina one. And it's probably diamond black is what all the showrooms are getting to show off before you can start getting demo drives and stuff. All right, so we opened the door in the rear, and one thing I've noticed is it feels lighter opening it. And so Ruben and I were talking, it's like maybe their hinges are a little bit improved or what, but he also felt like it's lighter. So this is the widest it'll open, the rear door. So this is good if you are getting kids out of the back seats, but you're gonna need a lot more room if you want to open this door as wide as it can be, which is sometimes challenging because people park too close. I still like sliding doors and falcon doors, even though we had issues with it with the Model X. This launch series also has that light right there. And this is the comfort leg thing. I don't know what you call it, but I've never had that. That's pretty cool. Is this the switch? Yes, it is. Look at that. Okay, very cool. Now lumbar support, I believe, made it back, because passenger seats, they removed them. So looking at this Model 3 dual motor, see, no lumbar support. Let's go see if it's in the Model Y. I'm not really familiar because I'm always driving. All right, so this is the regular Model Y dual motor premium, and there you go. No lumbar support. So they put the lumbar support back in the passenger seats. Okay, so this one is a performance. Let's see if they put the lumbar back. Yes, so lumbar is back. And this also has the leg thing. What is this called? I didn't realize the performance had that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, lumbar is also on the performance. So it looks like that's only on performance and YL for current generation or current year model. But yeah, this used to be available in my 2022 and 2021. The 7-seater, they both had lumbar support if I remember correctly. Again, I don't normally sit back there or sit there, so I don't really remember, but yeah. This performance also has the Tesla air mattress. This is neat. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna sit here. Oh, it's pretty soft.
All the way.
All the way. Okay.
Go fit.
Ruben is trying to make me do all this extra work. It's pretty soft, dude. Okay. It's not Tempur-Pedic, but good enough. It's really soft though. Dude, this is nice. You have it?
I have to.
Oh.
I have it.
Have you brought it out? Let's see what Ruben says about that mattress.
I've used it and I've camped in different spots at Bass Pro Shops or whatever.
Yeah,
and it works. I mean,
and you have a Model Y, not the Juniper, but the one previous.
the 24 dual motor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's lovely. I like it.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but it doesn't beat the truck though.
Oh yeah. Cybertruck's always gonna be dope, man. All right, so I don't know what else to talk about in the Model YL. I mean, the other thing I wanted to share with you all, it is a staggered setup. So if you're not familiar with staggered setup, it's a different size width. On the rear, it's much wider to support that extra length and weight. But to let y'all know, maintenance wise, you cannot rotate them front to back, back to front. There are some shops that can cross rotate them, but you also got to make sure that the tires are compatible with doing cross rotations. But for the most part, tire rotation is front to back, back to front. Back in my day, they used to crisscross, where they would take the front left tire and put them in the rear right tire. Back in my day, they don't do that anymore. They just do front to back, back to front. But because this is a staggered setup, you can't. Now, I had the Model Y Performance, the Model X Plaid, and I think even the long range had staggered wheels and tires. So yeah, we never could rotate them. So that's something you have to consider. Just to give you a heads up on that. It isn't the usual maintenance on it. And so with that said, you may be running through tires a lot sooner than the regular squared setup. And how much do these set of tires cost? You can't just buy one size. You have two different sizes. I don't even remember how much for the Model Y Performance. I think on a good day, maybe $1,400 for a set. So $275 in the rear, and is it $255 in the front? I can't remember. So just giving you a heads up if you're not familiar with staggered setup, the Model YL does it. The Model Y Performance has it. Model S, Model X, they all do that. They don't sell them anymore. Cybertruck is still a squared setup. Model 3 Performance is also now a staggered setup. Previously, the Model 3 Performance was not. Why is Andrew giving me that look? Don't you have a Performance? Don't you have a Performance?
So now it's not staggered?
No, it is staggered. Previously, the Model 3 Performance was squared.
Yeah.
Before the redesign, it is now staggered.
Right.
Yeah. So just giving you a heads up on that. Just a couple of things. I mean, it's just additional maintenance you have to consider. So if you're not following Andrew, SoCal Tesla Runs on Instagram, he's been posting stuff. He's been posting stuff selling his parts, right? I'm decoding these messages. Andrew's fiance right here. I'm decoding the message, right? I think this guy's getting rid of his Model 3 and he's hopping into a Cybertruck because she wants a Cybertruck. So he's already playing the game. He's already getting ready to get married because that's how it is. I know, Andrew. I had to give up my R1T because the wife bought a Cybertruck. I know. So he knows what's up. So I'm decoding the message. But now he's like, should we get a Model Y L or a Cybertruck? I have the Model Y Juniper and I have a Cybertruck.
Right.
If I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna go Cybertruck. I'm gonna tell you why. Air suspension cannot be beat. And it's not only to be able to raise and lower the ride height, but I think, in my opinion, it's a lot more comfortable.
Right. Okay.
Yes, in my opinion. Not to say that the 5-seater Juniper is not a great ride. It is actually a pretty good ride quality. The long range though, not the performance. But it is a comfy ride, but the Cybertruck cannot be beat. I mean, the only problem you run into is if y'all get quadruplets on that first shot, right? Quadruplets, then the Cybertruck is not going to be a good fit because it's only a 5-seater. Then you got to go with the Model Y L. The problem with the Model Y L is when all 3 rows are up, that trunk space isn't, I don't know. You could sit a 7-footer there, whatever, right? Because everyone's like, I'm 6 feet tall. I could sit there just fine. Okay, but what are you going to put back there, man? You got 4 kids. You're bringing 4 different, like, stuff. In a Cybertruck?
Oh, wait a minute, it was 3 kids. Why'd you
Okay,
do
3
4
kids. If you had 3 kids with a Cybertruck, you could throw half the house in the... My wife throws half the house every time we go, and it barely fits. It barely fits. So just...
Yeah, that's actually one of the pros of the Cybertruck. You could just put everything in the truck bed.
Yeah.
You know, and close that tonneau cover.
Yeah.
You have all that space.
So
in the cabin.
we're gonna ask another guy with a Cybertruck, if you had to choose
What?
YL or Cybertruck,
The truck.
the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
And he has a Model Y also, as I mentioned.
Get rid of my Y to get the Y, but if I had to choose between a YL or a truck, the truck all day, because I could take that off roading. I could use.
It's more versatile. Versatile, versatile,
versatile, or versatile. Tomato. Being an electrician, I could take it not only off roading, but I could plug in my tools. I could charge tools.
That's true.
If I'm ripping out your electrical panel and you want your Wi-Fi to still be working.
So
I could plug
speaking of that V2L BS, dude, just throw an outlet there, Tesla. Why are you not putting an outlet? V2L with that weird. Oh
these
new
Model Y, at least the Model Y XL, it should have a
put a dang outlet in there. An outlet. Stop with
like
this.
15 or 20 amps. It doesn't.
Dude.
Crazy.
Stop. Well, you know why it is? Because they want you to get the YL or the Performance, because those are the only 2 trims that have V2L.
That'll have the it plugs in, right, and then
it's an adapter through the
So it'll backfeed back into that port.
Stop playing games, Elon. Just throw a damn outlet in these cars. It's an electric car. I got this guy right here. Adrian's back into his house. Y'all know him because he's got that. What is that color? Is it frost blue? It looks like frost blue.
China blue, but it looks a little different.
China
from over
blue.
there, you can see how dusty it is.
Oh, yeah.
Car.
Y'all love his Model 3. So we're going to ask the same thing. Model YL. Because he mentioned Cybertruck earlier.
If I
Model
got
Y
for it and my girl agreed, yeah.
Which one? YL or Cybertruck?
As of now, honestly, the YL.
YL
is up there because that's something my girl will actually agree with. The Cybertruck, I gotta do some convincing on that.
Which one would you pick though?
Personally, if I had like all the money and it was up to me, sounds a little. Haven't mentioned it, but the X.
The X?
Still my favorite out of all.
There you go.
I love this Falcon door.
Would you give up your 3 though?
Why not? I kind of want to drive it until the wheels come off, get to my first kid.
3 is fun.
Like
the 3 is fun.
Car. I love
3
is
fun. Yeah.
So I'm definitely keeping that one. And then I'll branch out and just have another Tesla.
Yeah, man, multiple Teslas.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. All right, cool. All right, so that was it. I mean, I didn't really do too much of the YL in this video because again, I've seen it and done 2 videos already. What I really want to do is test drive it. That's the missing thing that I haven't done yet. And so hopefully in the next few weeks or maybe a month, we're able to test drive it and see how that works. So I'm gonna do another video on that. I am curious. But if I were to compare from the different EVs that I've owned and had to choose between it, I'm gonna give you my little breakdown. So if I had to choose between this 5-seater Juniper and the Model YL, that one's a really tough one. But I've said it in the past, and I think Model Y is best at 5-seat configuration, in my opinion. Now, I haven't owned a 6-seater. I've owned a 7-seater. Definitely horrible. The worst Model Y you can get is a 7-seater, unless they put it on that chassis, because it is 7 inches longer. So I would probably still pick the 5-seater, this, over the YL. That's just my opinion on it, because I know what I would do with the Model YL. I would always have a 4-seater on there. I would always run the YL probably in a 4-seater configuration and hardly 6-seater, because I just like the trunk space. If I had to choose between, man, what is FSD doing? If I had to choose between Model X and Model YL, Model X. Model X was still, I would still pick it because of that additional comfort with the air suspension, the additional features. Even though we've had bad luck with the Model X, there's just stuff that the Model X provides that the Model YL does not. You got the falcon wing doors, you got soft closing front door. Actually, all of them are soft closing. You have multiple screens in the front. You have, now one thing that the Model YL has that the Model X doesn't, 2nd row ventilated seats. Now, I shouldn't even care about that because I'm always driving, but if you care about your passengers, ventilated seats, especially if you live like, in California or Florida or anywhere, or Arizona, man, ventilated seats is just, I think it's underrated. If you don't have one, man, you should go check it. It's, once you have it, you just can't live without it. If you had to choose, or if I had to choose between Cybertruck, Model YL, Cybertruck, unless you need more than 5 seats, Cybertruck is definitely what I would pick. Again, air suspension for that added comfort, more utility. I just don't understand why Tesla does not put outlets in their vehicles. The Cybertruck is the only one with outlets. Stop fiddling around with these V2L adapters or whatever. Give me some outlets. Even one outlet. I don't get it. Actually, I do, because Elon wants you to pay for the performance trim or the YL if you're gonna get a Model Y, just to get V2L. And even at that point, you're still gonna have to use that adapter because it's plugged into your NACS port. No outlets, man. Just, it's an electric vehicle. Put a dang outlet in there. I don't know. Cybertruck has it. It's the only Tesla that has it. All the other EVs have them. EV9 has one. My minivan, gas minivan has it. My Rivian has it. Rivian R1S versus YL. Rivian R1S. Sure, it doesn't have captain seats, but it does have a 7-seater, and I have a good amount of trunk space in there. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I picked all the other vehicles instead of the YL. So, as much as all the good things that Tesla has done with the Model YL, from the other vehicles that I've owned, I would choose the other vehicles. Yeah, I would. So this may change after I've actually driven it, but I haven't driven it yet. I am curious about it, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you like or what you are after that you cannot get from other vehicles that the Model YL only has. Because the only thing I could think of really is the second row ventilated seats, which exist outside of Tesla. But if you're comparing it to other Teslas, there is the Model YL is the only one with second row ventilated seats. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.